Keith Nale competed on the 29th season of San Juan del Sur, where he finished in 4th place. Seemingly on the outs from the start of the season, but managing to stay in touch throughout the middle parts of the game, he survived a few chances against him and made it right to the final 4, where one final challenge couldn't bring him a win and he was voted out just before the final tribal council. I spoke to Keith about being a candidate for the 31st season of Second Chance, what the fan reaction has been like to him being a potential candidate for the next season, as well as his reaction to Jeremy and his comments at the reunion, and just what will bring him to Tasmania to visit his biggest fan, Noah. Keith, welcome back to Survivor Oz.
How you doing, Ben? Happy to be back.
I am doing well, my friend. How about yourself? Are you inside this time, or are you still hunting those deers?
No, deer season's not open yet, so I'm just kind of doing a little bit of fishing nowadays down here in Louisiana.
Are the fish biting? Are you getting many fish?
It's been kind of slow, man, because I'm having to go to the grocery store and buy them.
Well, maybe in a couple of weeks when you're out there hopefully filming the next season, you'll have to really be fishing for those fish.
Boy, honey, they really count thin. If that happens, I need to really kind of hone my skills up a little bit.
How has it been, I guess, since this has all come out now, Keith? Because it's no doubt been a bit of a secret from yourself. You've had to keep it quiet, but now that it's all out there in the public and people can vote for you, how have you found the reception so far about the possibility that you could be on the next season of Survivor again?
Oh, yeah, Ben, it's been crazy. We've been doing, it's kind of, you got to campaign for yourself. And I said, I'm not really good at that. I'm a little older and I don't tweet much or Instagram or Facebook. So we're kind of doing a few of these things with you and the local newspaper, the local TV shows have kind of got me out there. I got friends and family all over Louisiana. So I think I got Louisiana covered, but there's a lot of states left.
Yeah, well, you've also got the international coverage. Here we are. We're in Australia. We're giving you a hand, Keith.
Hey, well, thank you for down there. That's the truth. I need all the help I can get.
Well, I mean, how you're talking about Twitter and that. We do love following you on Twitter because when you do tweet, Keith, I think you do put a good one out there. But have you seen much of the fan reaction on there? Have people kind of shown you how people are out there talking about you possibly going on the next season?
Oh, yeah, man, I have. Like I say, what little bit I know about it, and I kind of scroll down and read everybody's comments, and there's a lot of people out there, and I appreciate all of them. Some I can tweet back, some I don't. I can't follow in all this other stuff, but it is. It's nice to have a little bit of backing behind you and all the fans out there.
Did you think that this opportunity would come again, that they would ask you to come back and play for a second time?
Well, Ben, when I first got back, people said, "Oh, Keith, you're fan favorite, and I appreciate all that. I kind of thought it might be a deal like this. I didn't know the whole United States and our country would be able to vote. That was a new little hiccup I didn't think about, but I'm happy. I'm happy I'm on the list anyway. That's a pretty good accomplishment in itself.
Well, I like the fact that I think in our exit interview with you, and of course I've seen on the campaign videos and that you're basically saying now that for a second time you've sort of know how to play the game now, and that if you go out there for a second time, you're really going to be able to show what you're able to do. Do you feel that really is the case then, second time around?
Oh, yeah, boy, you learn, everybody that watched the last one, they knew how lag behind I was. I mean, I did come in 4th place. That wasn't too bad, but you learn so much. And got a few little tricks up my sleeve maybe this next go-round, and we'll see how it turns out.
And have you really been focusing, this season that's on at the moment with Worlds Apart, there's a couple of people, of course, on the list that you might be playing with. Does it make you sort of really keep an eye on these people and really see how some of these people are playing the game?
Oh, yeah. I'm everybody, a fan or not, you kind of pick your favorite when they first started, and I like Mike. He's from Texas, big old guy, down to earth. You pick your favorite, and you watch them and say, well, I could have done that, or I could have done this, and Mike's doing that, and but I do like Mike, and I like Mama C, too, so they're both still right there in the hunt, and I wasn't too happy. I didn't know much about the rest of them early ones out.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones that got out, but I do like Mike, and you can learn a lot from watching.
Yeah, he's a very interesting character, and I guess kind of watching it now, because you don't know how he finishes the season. He could win, Keith, so he might not even be out there with you. So I guess you've got these last couple of weeks whilst you're campaigning to even think about him a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. I hope he does win it. He's... Well, like I say, he's one of my favorites, and you watch different people's strategies. You learn a lot, and believe me, I got a chance to learn a lot because I didn't know a lot to begin with.
Well, with the other people that are on the list, are there many other people from other seasons that you're familiar with, or that you're sort of looking at thinking, I'd like to work with them, or I don't want to work with those ones?
Well, I kind of went through the guys, and I'm familiar with about 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
The other 8, they're so far back, I didn't have time to catch up and watch their episodes and see their strategies, but a few of them I have, and I wouldn't mind playing with a few of them. Like I say, I've got a few different moves up my sleeve since I know what's going down this go round.
Well, we don't name names, of course, because we don't want to spoil anything, and we obviously don't want you to kind of... Because the game's basically started now, Keith. You're all out there campaigning, and there's sort of mind games, I feel, going on amongst a lot of you out there that are campaigning to go on this season.
It could be. Probably is, and I probably don't notice a lot of stuff like that. I've seen a few people do the same thing. I've got my picture out there a little bit. I guess we'll have to wait and see, Ben. The way the word around is I've got a pretty good shot. Being so recent, people, I'm only last year or a couple of seasons out, that might be a good thing. They remember old Keith, good old boy type deal.
How can we forget you, Keith? Let's be honest. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of good players, Ben. A lot of good players. Like I say, I've looked up some of these 16 guys, and I said, my God, do I want to play against him or not?
Well, you've also, of course, got a couple of people that you played with in Kelly and Jeremy potentially being out there with you. Again, don't have to sort of give anything too much away, Keith, but are these people that you would like to play with again? Would you like to see them out there playing for a second time with you as well?
Oh, yeah. I think Kelly was... Kelly could tell you the 5th person voted out of the 9th season, and I can't even tell you where the 9th season was. But she's that much up on it, and she'd be a good little alliance type gal. And Jeremy the same way. Jeremy got booted out a little early, and I don't think you really got to see all that he had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my take on them two. And like I say, I kind of doubt me and Jeremy would be on the same deal, but shoot, who knows? Me and Kelly might be.
Would love to see, Kelly's an interesting one because I was personally a big Kelly fan, and I'm glad to see that she's sort of been given this opportunity because she was not shown as much as some other people, but you obviously played with her in those early days on Hunapu. So do you feel as though that Kelly was a bit under-edited? Do you think we needed to see more of how she was actually playing when you were on San Juan del Sur?
Exactly. She got really under-edited, and it's funny because bam, you're concentrating so much on your own game and whatever, and then bam, you look up and heck, I think I was one of the ones that voted her out. Mm-hmm. And but when you don't hear your name, you're good with it, and you say, well, I didn't know if we should have got Kelly or not right tonight. You think twice, and all kind of stuff's going through your mind. And whether you did the right thing or not, you're one step further.
And at the end of the day, Keith, there's no doubt people keep saying to you, as long as you stick to the plan, then everything is okay. Well, I'm going to take that to my grave, Ben. I'm afraid. Boy, that was a big mistake. Well, see, I learned from stuff like that. Don't ever.
Yeah, that's what most of them little tweets are, Keith. Come on, I'm sticking to the plan. I'm voting for you, Keith. And boy, on and on and on, Ben. Crazy.
Do you feel, I mean, I think a lot of your time on San Juan del Sur came down to a lot of people underestimating you as a player. Do you feel that could work to your advantage on season 31 should you be out there? Because people might go, oh, that's Keith, he's just a bit silly, he's this lovable older player. But deep down, you've got the skills to really be able to adapt this second time around.
I'm with you, Ben, and I like the way you put that. They are, I'm 54 years old, and I think I got kind of a little bit lucky on San Juan del Sur because they did throw some challenges out there that I was actually good at. Now, I can't throw a ball 200 yards or run 4 miles or nothing like that, but if it's 10 feet away and it's a little quick, it's just having to hit some stuff I was fairly good at, and I think that'll help. And the other guys, I mean, these are good players. One of them I read won 5 challenges one season. The other ones won 3 challenges and 2s and 4s. So I'm right there amongst good players. So hopefully they'll just maybe have some challenges I actually are good at.
Well, Terry Dietz won 5 challenges. So look, if you and Terry are together, that would be interesting. Battle of the Challenge Beasts, Keith.
Hey, I like that. I think that's who I was thinking about, Terry.
Yes.
Terry's a little older than me, I believe.
It's just looking at the age, it's a good spread of ages actually. Yeah, Terry's 1 year older than you. So
Okay.
In terms of the casting, like there's only a few sort of people that are under the age of 30. So I feel it's a good spread of ages, and they haven't just sort of picked 1 or 2 people sort of over the age of 50. I mean, you've got Andrew Savage, you've got Mama C from this season, Troy Zan, Terry, and of course T-Bird. So there's a bunch of these, I'm going to say mature players, Keith. I don't want to say older players. That you guys sort of can work well together potentially.
Yeah, I'm with you. The same age bracket, the baby boomer type era. Yeah, I'm with you. And like I say, we'll see how it all pans out because, you'd like somebody like that with a little experience, won a few challenges on your team, on your side. So hopefully that pans out like that.
How has Wes been with this? I mean, obviously you played out there with him on San Juan del Sur, but I mean, no doubt he's been getting behind the campaign and sort of helping you get out there to go for a second time.
Yeah, he is. He's good with it, and he's happy for me that I got to go back. He doesn't act like he's too sad he didn't get to go back. I was kind of sad, but yeah, he is campaigning. He's more up to date on the social media stuff, so he's putting me out there and doing a great job at it. And matter of fact, he's at work right. Bless his heart, he's at the fire station right now.
There you go, keeping those lives safe. Has he turned around and started eating some more chicken nuggets to really help you go out there?
Hey, that's something he'll never live down. They said, that was $1 million of 25 chicken wings. And that's what people tell, man, you stepped down for 25 chicken wings. But looking back, I should have stepped down with him because I never would have stayed on that pole for as long as Reed did. And I could have split them wings and them 2 beers with him.
Nice little afternoon.
That would have been something kind of special.
Yes. You mentioned obviously the firehouse. I mean, I'm guessing the guys there at the firehouse were very supportive of you first time around, so they're right behind you again for this second time around?
Oh, yeah. I've kind of asked a few of them. I said, man, I was kind of wishy-washy at first when they checked with me, but I said, yeah, do this again. Yeah, do this again. I mean, I said, all right. I said, you're going to have to campaign. America's going to get the vote, and y'all get behind me, and they have. And we've done all kind of stuff around here locally. Played the golf tournament not too long ago. Matter of fact, I met a boy that knew you. They said his name was Kobe.
Yes, Kobe.
You recognize you know Kobe?
We do.
I talked to him earlier today, and he was giving me some pointers.
Fantastic. No, Kobe's great. We spoke to him on the show. I want to say within the last 6 or so months. Actually, he's a huge super fan of not only our show but of Survivor itself, and very passionate fan. And his mum Carol as well. They're both very very strong out there in the community. So it's good to see that he's out there and giving you some tips. What did he say to you, Keith?
Oh, he he was kind of like you, telling me, because he knows everybody from the number one to this last guy voted out last week, and he can tell you, you know, if I got a question, I could call him and say, listen. But he gave me a few pointers, maybe some strong players. He told me some players he's liked in the previous seasons, and I said, well, that's good to know, Kobe, because you're filling me in on a lot of stuff I don't know, so that was good. So I like that anyway.
Well, Carol actually sent us in a message knowing that we were interviewing you today, saying that we want to help get him back on. He's a great guy. So, Carol, we're there with you. I'll tell you one thing, Keith. We've got a guy who works on this show, Noah, who was the one who contacted you to help get this interview in place today. And Noah, we have a sort of a group on Facebook where we all chat amongst people who work on Survivor Oz. Noah put a post up yesterday pleading with everybody to vote for you to get on the show because he is your number one fan. So there's a lot of...
Noah is?
Yeah, Noah. He loves you to bits, Keith.
I'll have to look that up then.
I need to find it, actually.
And I'll tell Noah I appreciate that, and I'm gonna give it heck. If it goes down, I'm telling you.
He said that I know during San Juan del Sur he would talk you up, and we did our sort of preview episode of this season 31 cast, and he basically said that you're his favourite character of all time. So I've found it here. So hang on, this is what he said. He says, I need to make a plea or a request. I beg, can we please chuck as many votes on for Keith as humanely possible? He's really wanting you to get on because he's fearing that he might not see you on, and if you aren't on, that it would be the biggest travesty, basically, in the history of Survivor. So... he loves you to bits.
Man, I'm telling you. Well, tell Noah I love him too.
I think, Keith, what will happen is you get out there in season 31. You will win the season, of course. And look, you know, with your money, feel free to fly out to Australia and take Noah deer shooting. How does that sound?
Hey, I like that. That does sound good. I've never been to Australia. Shoot, let's tell Noah. Let's do it.
Yeah, there you go. We'll lock it in. Done. There you go. Noah, he's coming to Snug. He's from a lovely town called Snug, which is actually guns spelt backwards, Keith. So there's an omen for shooting.
Gun spelled backwards. Okay, I'll remember that. I'm going to look that up.
Yes, please do, because I don't know how many people actually Google search Snug from America, so they might like it. And of course, I mean, the very exciting thing about this is that if you look at it, in 2 weeks' time, Keith, you could be out there filming. So is it sort of getting a bit nerve-wracking now the closer next Wednesday gets? Because you will be in that audience when they announce that cast, and very hopefully you'll be called up on that stage with your bags ready to go out there and film.
Yeah, that's what they tell me, Ben. They said you might leave have your stuff packed. You might leave right there from the studio. And I'm ready. I was hesitant at first, but I'm ready now, and the closer it gets, the more pumped I get. I can't tell you. I'm ready. Like I say, I'm about ready for it to be over because I want to go and get this show on the road.
It's just that waiting now. Put you on a plane already.
Yeah. Give me a ticket. Put me on the plane already. You're exactly right.
Well, people are going to vote, and I'm sure people are voting. Now, Keith, we've got a few listener questions because this is sort of the first time we've had you on since our exit interview. So I'll ask you a few of these, and of course, I'll also ask you our famous 5 questions that we put to people when they're sort of on for the first time. But thanks to everyone who sent these listener questions in. Joseph Lifwinski, he asked, will you stick with the plan? I think we already answered that, did we not?
He's a jokester, see?
Yes, thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the plan, but tell him it's a new plan.
Yep, it's a new plan. Gerard Benora says, can you eat chicken nuggets faster than Wesley?
No way. What'd he do? Like 52 in 5 minutes or something? He's an eating fun. Well, you saw him at the taco shack. You saw him with the chicken wings. I cannot eat faster than Wesley.
RB Ludstrom, again RB, we'll get your name pronounced correctly one day. He asks, you were one immunity challenge win away from winning $1 million. Is there any reason to change your approach to the game? And if so, what will it be?
Well, golly, I'm going to start early and try to seek out some strong players. Like I say, throw in a few challenges. I should have won a couple more, but now that we're bringing back top 20 men or whatever, they know how to win challenges too. So, heck, I'm going to try. I really didn't have an alliance last time either, so I'm going to try to start early and find strong players and maybe stick with them. Kind of like the plan.
Yes, I was going to say that there. Now, Noah, actually, who we've obviously already discussed, he loves you to bits. He actually has a question. He says, what did you think about Jeremy calling you a bad player at the reunion when you were 4th and Jeremy was 9th?
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. You know, I could have turned around and said just what you said, Jeremy. I'm sitting here at 4 and you're sitting there at 9. Can't be that bad of a player. So, you know, he's got his, you know, method. I've got my method. Seems like mine worked just a little bit better.
Thanks, Noah. And Jamie Hilding, hello, Jamie. She's actually married to one of our Oslets. She has a similar question to what RB asked. She says, how would it be playing differently when Wes isn't in the game? So I guess kind of in terms of how will it be, do you think, going into this knowing that you don't have Wes out there?
Yeah, you know, I was all for that last time. I said, you know, this can't be that big of a deal. I got Wesley, no big deal. At least I know somebody. I got a vote. He's got my vote. I got his vote. This time is going to be different. You're on your own. You're alone. I mean, you're with another, whatever, 19 people, and it's going to be, I tell you the truth, I kind of look like it might be a little bit easier because I ain't got to worry about him. I ain't got to worry about voting him out, voting him in, him voting me out. It's all to the wall. I mean, it might be a little easier, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's always sort of that trickiness with a blood versus water season. And I guess, too, we'll see that someone like Sierra, Vetus, Brad, of course, are on the list from the first blood versus water season as well for them. So,
yeah.
All these interesting connections out there with that. Thanks to everybody who sent the questions in. The other ones that we did get were all pretty much the same as the other ones. But, Keith, what we like to do with all our interviews as well, we have a set of 5 survivor-based questions. Now, again, I want to put the pressure on you and say, should you answer these ones correctly, you will be on season 31. So no pressure, okay?
No pressure. 5 questions, okay?
No pressure at all. Question number 1. And again, this is another interesting way of asking this because in a couple of weeks you might be staring this man in the face at a challenge or something like that. What are 3 things you learnt about Jeff Probst during your time on Survivor?
What are the 3 things that I learned about him?
Yeah.
Jeff Probst on Survivor. Well, I learned he's sort of a stand-up guy, and I learned he can get mad, and I learned he doesn't like quitters.
No, he does not. So don't quit, Keith, and he'll still continue to like you.
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about that.
Beautiful. Question number 2. Now, out of the seasons of Survivor you have seen, what has been your favourite and your least favourite?
My favorite person?
Your season of Survivor. So the seasons you have seen, what is your favourite and your least favourite?
I kind of liked the season that Tyson was on.
Mm-hmm. Blood versus
Can't
water?
remember. Yeah, Blood versus Water.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that one. Least favorite, golly. I wasn't much on Tony's season.
Okay. Interesting. I'm a bit glad not to see Tony out there then, perhaps.
Yeah.
That would have been an interesting comparison. You and Tony working together. Wow.
Sort of like me and Rodney this season, huh?
Oh, no, hang on a minute. That would be brilliant. You and Rodney, final two. I would watch that every day of the week.
Good grief.
Oh, that would be classic. Question number
That would be
3.
great.
Now, I don't know how you're going to answer this one. Who to you is the sexiest ever contestant?
Who do I think the sexiest is?
Yeah.
Oh, sexiest ever.
Mm-hmm.
Golly. Well, me being an older guy, let's see here. Sexiest. Golly, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good-looking gals in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that Morgan gal.
Yes.
Remember her?
Oh, damn straight I remember her.
But Morgan. What is she? 22, and I'm 50 something. So, the women that hit on me are between menopause and Medicare.
Well, who knows? Morgan might be. I don't know. We'll find a way.
Okay, question 4.
Question number 4. Who to you is the greatest player never to have won Survivor?
Who is the greatest player never to have won Survivor? Golly. Greatest player never to have won. That's a tough one.
We're trying to ask one tough one.
Golly, man. I'm thinking about the good players, but all of them won. Greatest player never to have won?
You can answer yourself if you want to.
Not me. No, I'm not. I'd put me in the top 5, but not the greatest. But
that counts, still. We'll
maybe Spencer.
Spencer? Yep. We'll take it.
Yeah, maybe Spencer.
Might be working with him in a couple of weeks. Who knows?
There you go.
Question number 5. Who is your least favourite winner?
My least favorite winner. Let's just go with Tony.
Tony. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I wasn't much. I think, I don't know. The only reason I said that is because I kind of like Wu and Spencer. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I'm glad you like them because, again, you might be playing with them in a couple of weeks. So.
Might be playing with them. Hey, and maybe they'll be listening to this. Well, they'll get that, huh?
Yes, there you go. Hint, hint. Wu and Spencer, listen. And the final question for you today, Keith. Who to you is the greatest ever player and why?
The greatest ever player? And why? God, man, I guess I'd have to go back to Rob. I mean, his determination and his play. He just played every deal balls to the wall. It was. Yeah, he's just. Yeah, I'd have to say him.
Done. Lock it in. And again, connections with Rob. You've got Stephanie potentially being out there, and you've got Natalie. Both played very closely on those seasons with Rob. So
yeah,
you got to look at these things. Keith, I want to say this has been an absolute ball of fun. We always appreciate your time on this show, and we know you're going to be out there in a couple of weeks, Keith. We're not going to say if. We know you will be. So we look forward to getting you back here on this show after you come back and win season 31. How does that sound?
Man, I'm telling you, tell Noah thanks a lot too.
We will. We'll make sure of it. He'll be listening to this right now with the biggest smile on his face. I'm telling you that right now.
All right, guys. Well, thanks, Ben, and hopefully we'll be doing this in about 2 months again when I'm bringing home that $1 million.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Nale, and you knew it was going to be fun. Don't deny that. And what a great chat, and very much hope to see him on season 31, as Noah does. Noah is very much voting every single day for Keith. So go out there, vote for Keith, and a lot of fun to be had there. But as, of course, we wrap up all these chats with, we've got plenty more scheduled. And again, I will just reiterate with listener questions. I said this at the end of the Monica interview. The reason there were listener questions and we asked for listener questions, because Keith hadn't really been on a full capacity in terms of an interview. Obviously, we didn't ask too many questions about San Juan del Sur, but a lot were covered in his exit interview as well. So there's sort of a blend there and sort of combining it. So, but just with a few of the others that haven't been on the show before, someone like Stephanie and Stephen, both of whom have never been on Survivor Oz before, they will also have listener questions be put up for you to ask them. So stay tuned. But again, you can ask listener questions to our other people who have been on the show before. We just won't put up a post for it. So just send us a message, email us if you have any specific questions you want to ask any of the other candidates. In the meantime, SurvivorOz.com is our website. All of the interviews are up there. iTunes, subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, YouTube as well, and you can find all the interviews. There's a lot for you to get through, and we always appreciate your support and feedback. My name has been Ben, and it will be Ben tomorrow apparently. This has been Survivor Oz. The Tribe has spoken, and we'll speak to you next time on The Trains.